If you owned a portfolio of 10 stocks and 5 of them doubled in a short time period, would it make sense to actively manage the portfolio and take profits in the 5 that had doubled and redeploy the proceeds into your positions into the ones that had not moved higher, where presumably more upside exists and the odds are more dramatically stacked in your favor? Or would you favor the strategy of sitting on your hands in the name of long-term investing?
We would own the half a dozen or so stocks we like best, and we wouldn't have anything to do with what our cost on them was. It would only have to do with our evaluation of their price versus value, and it doesn't make any difference what the cost is. And incidentally, if they went down 50%, we would say the same thing. When Charlie and I ran funds, we didn't worry about whether something was up or down. We worried about what it was worth compared to what it was selling for, and we tried to have most of our money in relatively few, very few positions which we thought we knew very well. We do the same thing now. We do the same thing 100 years from now. Charlie?
Yes, he's tactfully suggesting that you adopt a different way of thinking.
No.
How do you justify holding stocks forever when the fundamentals have permanently changed?
Well, the answer is we don't. And if we lose confidence in the management, if we lose confidence in the durability of the competitive advantage, if we recognize we made a mistake when we went into it, we sell plenty of time, so it's not unheard of. On the other hand, if you really get a wonderful business with outstanding management, when in doubt, keep holding. But it's no inviolable rule. Now, among the businesses we own, not just securities we own, we have an attitude which we express in our economic principles that when we buy a business, it's for keeps. And we make only 2 exceptions: when they promise to start losing money indefinitely, or if we have major labor problems. But otherwise, we are not going to sell something just because we get offered more money for it, even than it's worth. And that's a peculiarity we have, and we want our partners to know about that. We do think it probably helps us in terms of buying businesses over time. It's also the way we want to run our business. But with stocks, bonds, we sell them, but we're more reluctant to sell them than most people. I mean, if we made the right decision going on, we like to ride that a very long time, and we've owned some stocks for decades. But if the competitive advantage disappears, if we really lose faith in the management, if we were wrong in the original analysis, and that happens, we sell. Or if we find something more attractive, normally we have plenty of money around. But in September of last year, late September, we had committed to put $6.6 billion in Wrigley. And then Goldman Sachs needed $5 billion, GE needed $3 billion. I sold a couple $1 billion worth of J&J just because I didn't like getting our cash level down below a certain point under the circumstances that existed then. That was not a negative decision on J&J. It meant that I wanted a couple billion more around, and I saw an opportunity to do something that I probably wouldn't see too much later, whereas I could always buy J&J back at a later date. But that's an unusual situation.